going to tell you about how these products are really changing it up for me right now. Uh, a lot of you don't know this, but I've been struggling with perimenopause and over the last several years. So it's been, I can't even describe how awful it's been. Just some days waking up like absolute trash, feeling horrible, like I have no energy, unmotivated, brain fog. And what's interesting is because I practice meditation, I can kind of feel where my baseline is, but then you just feel like these depressive energies and anxious energies. And it's really your system that's trying to recalibrate itself. Anyways, after having struggled and having really, really heavy period flow, which can happen during perimenopause, I already have that anyways because I take special medication to decrease the amount of blood loss, because I almost, according to my doctor, died from being severely anemic, and my blood was half the blood of a regular human, which meant that it was like a gunshot wound, and she couldn't believe I was even able to stand up and talk. So I didn't know I was that anemic, but I knew I had very little energy because it was hard to even go on a simple hike or walk. And going through perimenopause while navigating having a business, teaching, training, speaking engagements. I remember one speaking engagement I went to was like a really, really heavy period flow day, and feeling so uncomfortable and nervous that I would bleed through my clothes. And it has really impacted my lifestyle and the way I make plans. Even if I want to play pickleball, I don't know if I can play that day because maybe I'll be having a period out of nowhere. And so I just want to talk about, how I didn't expect that to throw me off, to throw off even my spiritual practice that I've needed to really graciously go with the changes of my body together with my practice. And I've been doing my own research and learned about HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy. And now a lot of women are talking about menopause and perimenopause, which is awesome because we need to talk about it more. And when I started I take these two products together, because if you just take estrogen, then it can put you at risk because it thickens the lining of your uterus and it can put you at risk for cancer. So you got to add it with progesterone. So I take these creams together. It doesn't say on the back what the dosage is, but it just recommends that you put them somewhere sensitive on your body. Now, when I took these two products, I did a tiny little dab, not even the size of a dime, and I applied the creams. And I'm already a sensitive person because anything I put on my skin, I can taste in my tongue, and anything I smell, it's the same way. So there's no smell attached to these lotions, but the moment I put it on, about 10 minutes in, I felt like I clicked back to my normal self. I felt like human again. And I remember Oprah saying that she felt like she was dying. And I can very much relate to that experience because I'd wake up in the middle of the night and have like heart palpitations. And I thought I was literally going to have a heart attack and die. And so when I took these creams together, I immediately felt my neck start to adjust. The bones in my neck started to adjust. The vertebrae normally are pretty crunched in on each other. Feels like a salt and pepper shell, like it's very crunchy, and it started to expand. And I've done everything for my neck. I've gone to chiropractic, I've done craniosacral, I've done massage, red light therapy, sauna, jacuzzi, everything. And nothing has adjusted the pain in my neck like these creams. Because when you're going through perimenopause, it puts a stress on your whole muscular, skeletal-muscular system. I don't even know how you would say that. But it puts stress on your entire body system. So for the hormones to affect just the elasticity in my neck, and even my chiropractor had noticed the difference, and he said, wow, it's way more fluid and supple. So that was the first thing. The second thing is I felt very steady and grounded and secure, and I could see far away, and I could see what was going on far away. And that usually for me is a good sign of a strong meditation practice. And I would say if, it doesn't even matter if you can meditate. It matters if you have the right hormones in order to meditate. Okay, because if you don't feel well enough, if you don't have a baseline level of health, it can really interfere with your spiritual practice, or you might have to adjust your practice and tone it down or do something different so that you feel better. But I really noticed that was like somebody turned on a light inside me. And thirdly, you know, the sleep. It was like I slept like a baby that night, that deep, deep, restorative, nourishing sleep. And I got that from taking these hormones. Now, I'm just going to say that you've got to do your own research and speak to your own medical professional and make sure that that works for you. But I wanted to tell you how this has been working for me. And I would say in terms of the body pain, I even put it on my knees because the body pain, how I feel in my body is much better. And I've noticed that the bloating and the amount of weight gain around my midriff has also gone down. I'm surprised by how much it's gone down. I've only been taking this for about 4 or 5 days now. And I'm noticing all these differences with sleep, with my mood, with how I feel. And it's like, I'm back in. And so I'm very hopeful about HRT. And if you've done research, it affects your long-term bone health, your brain health, your physical health. And so I'm shocked that the hormones are really helping my body and helping me feel more balanced. So if you are struggling with perimenopause or menopause, which I think it's like a sacred passage for women. We all go through it. And now we're finally talking about it. And we have more and more research and more doctors coming out and talking about HRT. And it's a blessing. These I bought on Amazon, so you can just get it right on Amazon. And again, do your own research and see what works for you. I use as little as possible, but I know some people use up to a size, the nickel size. I just use as minimal as I need, like the tiny dabs to maintain that sense of balance for myself. But again, like hormones, I would say even before meditation, you want to feel well rested, you want to feel good in yourself, and then you'll receive more from your spiritual practice. And it's okay to change up your practice if you're not feeling well. I had noticed that there are days I didn't want to sit like this, so I just practiced a restorative pose, or energy healing has been really helpful for me. And you can practice hands-on healing, because here in our hands, it's like an energy system. We can put it back into our body. So men have one predominant steady hormone, testosterone, and I'm sure that really affects their energy and what they need. Women, our hormones can change wildly. So it's important that we learn how to go with the flow of our own body's needs and what we need spiritually. Sending you lots of love. I hope this is helpful.